Hi, I'm Kendra from Montclair SCM, and today I'm here with the Timothèe Chalamet Lookalike competition winner.
My name is Miles Mitchell. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Okay, so Miles, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do?
Sure. I'm 21 years old. I'm a senior at Seton Hall University, which is like not far from here, and I'm born and raised in Staten Island.
So, when did you know that you look like Timothèe Chalamet?
So I guess more of last year. So last year I studied abroad in London, and I went to this famous barber that was like on TikTok. His name is like That Hair Guy. And when I walked into his like studio or whatever, he was like, "Oh, you kind of look like Timothée Chalamet." And then he gave me like a Timothée Chalamet inspired haircut. And then it actually went viral on TikTok. It got like over 1 million views, like over 1,000 comments and reposts and shares and stuff.
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh shoot, like maybe I kind of look like this guy or something."
What made you enter the lookalike contest?
So I didn't even know it was happening until a bunch of my friends started sending me pictures of the flyers. And like they were like, "Dude, aren't you from New York? Like you should go to this." And some of my friends that are like in Manhattan were like sending me the actual pictures of the flyer. They're like, "Oh yeah, you gotta go to this, man." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not doing anything that day, so it'd be funny if I went." And then I went.
Yeah.
It was very spontaneous, like 4 days in advance I knew about it.
Have you ever played into the bit of being Timothèe Chalamet though? Like if someone comes up to you?
Nah, I don't want to like impersonate him. I'm
Okay.
saying this as I'm impersonating him basically, but like I never really did that. Like when people said that I look like him,
Okay,
I'm just
yeah.
like, oh, like that's cool.
Even on like a night out, someone walks up to you and they're just like, at a bar with your friends and someone says, "Oh my God, do you know like Timothèe Chalamet?" Are you ever, do you take pictures of people? Like what is that experience
I
like?
have taken pictures with people before, but like I've never like been like, yeah, like I'm Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like.
That'd be a little excessive.
Yeah.
Okay. So what has life been like since winning? Can you tell us a little bit about, some of the collaborations you've had, experiences you've had, maybe if anything, any relationships or anything have changed for you?
Yeah, so I've definitely had like the craziest month and a half of my entire life happen. I've met so many like content creators and YouTubers and stuff like that, and I've done some really cool like collaborations with different brands like Away Travel, Shake Shack. I did modeling for this hair company called Avenue Man Hair Products. Also did a video with Mr. Beast. It's also like Searchlight Productions, like the people who filmed Timothée Chalamet's latest movie. They had me show up for like a film screening, and that's where I actually met Timothée Chalamet, which is really crazy.
So you're going to school right now. What is your
Seton Hall. So I'm a
So you're Seton
marketing
Hall. Okay,
and
marketing.
economics major.
Okay, economics. So I mean, of course, like you've gone to college. I'm assuming you've had some, various career aspirations and whatnot. Has this kind of lifestyle shift, change, whatever you want to call it, made you want to completely change career paths and go like full force, fully into influencing, or
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Because I never really thought I would do it until I met so many like content creators, and like they're all just telling me about all these things that they get to do and like all their stories. And there's just so many cool opportunities that come to it. Like for example, like at this Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition, there was a bunch of judges there. All of those judges were other influencers on social media, and like imagine just getting texted like, "Hey, do you want to like be a judge for a celebrity lookalike competition that's going viral on the internet?" It's like you could only be in that position if you are like a content creator or
Yeah, of
something. And it's
course.
like I would like to do fun, cool things, like random, cool, spontaneous
Yeah.
things like that. Like that sounds awesome.
Maybe that can be your new thing. They have all these winners of lookalike contests, and then all of the winners just start judging all of the other contests.
Yeah, I
You
should
know,
make
you
a
never know.
podcast of like lookalikes or something.
You
And
should.
then
You
be
should
like,
find all your lookalikes, create like a little club or something.
yeah, and invite other lookalikes on
fun.
the podcast. Like, who do you think you
Yeah.
look like? That's gonna be like my catchphrase.
But is that that's a good catchphrase? Is that scary coming from Long Island and then meeting all these influencers and having to kind of shift gears? Because talking to you, it doesn't really seem like you're snobby or like again like you're saying like you'd rather be like more of like a niche kind of like lesser known internet celebrity. Has any influencer really warned you, or has anyone in your family or your friends warned you, or have you been kind of hesitant about doing certain things, or are you kind of in a phase of like saying yes?
Yeah, so I was on the phone with one of my friends. She's really popular on TikTok. Her name is Chloe Ferrero, and she was like telling me how like being like an influencer kind of like impedes on your privacy. Like you don't have as much privacy as if you did like any other kind of career, and that's kind of like a downside to being an influencer. But for me, it's like I guess that's okay. I'm okay with like walking in the street and someone coming up to me for like a picture or something, or I don't mind talking to people.
So in your opinion, you would kind of take the approach of just being appreciative?
Yeah,
and
I would
being
kind of be
open?
like Timothée Chalamet, I guess, like in that kind of
Yeah.
aspect. Because when he met me, like he was so nice to me,
Mhm.
and I've never really had any people say like any negative things about having negative fan interactions with him. So I guess if I take anything from him as aspiration, it's just like being kind to people.
Good. Very excellent. So you told me a little bit about how your life has been since winning this contest. Can you tell us a little bit about what the direct aftermath of winning the contest was like and how that experience was for you?
Okay, yeah. So the direct aftermath was like a complete sensory overload. As soon as I won the competition, I was surrounded by like press, like microphones everywhere, cameras in my face. I've never had so many pictures and videos taken of me in that like 30 minutes than in my entire life. Like I had to stay in the same spot after I won for over an hour to take pictures with people and answer interviews. And the one thing that struck me though was like the most viral interview of me is with the Daily Mail. And when they interviewed me, they got me at such a bad angle. And also because I was like really going through like a sensory overload. I was literally just, my eyes were like darting everywhere because there's just so many flashes and so many videos and cameras and people reaching out to me. So I look so deranged in this video. And of course, this is the only one that goes viral. And the entire comment section is just flaming me straight up. Like thousands and thousands of hate comments about me, like on the internet after I won the competition. Like just like, yo, the judges were blind. Like they got like this, all these different things. And so that I guess kind of taught me the first rule when it comes to social media is that like you got to filter out like the negativity and the hate, because that's like the number one reason in my opinion why people don't post on social media is because they're afraid of getting hated on the internet. And it's like when you really think about it, it doesn't even matter what you do on the internet, you're still going to have haters, and that's just going to happen, and you can't please everyone. So it's like once you treat like hate comments as like noise, then it's like you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So that I guess that taught me one of like the most important lessons about social media in general, like in the first like day that I started. So
even like immediate hate though, that I mean, you're saying that it, you know, you're kind of just, it's something that you have to get used to and something that you've accepted, but is it when you first read those things though, was any of that stuff kind of hurtful, or you just let it roll off your back?
For me, it's kind of like I feel like I'm a healed individual. Like I'm not one to really care that much about what people like say about me anyway. Like I'm pretty confident with myself, I think.
Yeah.
And like just seeing like Sarah 157 saying like, oh, like no, it's like, okay.
It's like, well, what are you doing, Sarah 157?
That's
What's
what
going
I'm
on
saying.
with you, girl? Tell
Like
us.
for me, I've never in my life posted a hate comment on social media. So it's like what goes through people's minds like when they like literally take the time and effort to like this guy sucks, like I hate this guy. I've gotten DMs, comments, like all of that, videos made, like it's crazy. To me it's like if you just focus, it's just kind of like life. If you just focus on the bad things, you're not going to appreciate the good things. Because at the same time, there's a lot of people congratulating me and like being happy for me and like celebrating with me with that kind of stuff. So you got to look at the positives and not the negatives.
Well, it's opened you up to so many opportunities, and I mean, you've met so many amazing people. So even with all the hate, it's like
that's what I'm saying. Because also, I guess it helps since I got put on Vogue magazine like that day, like later on.
That's a big deal.
So it's like, dang, like why? I literally don't care that I got any hate comments because now I'm on Vogue.
And I did want to ask you too, so you said that you've never seen Wonka. What? Why? What was the thought process of dressing up as Wonka?
Oh, it's actually funny because I wanted to dress up like Paul Atreides from Dune, but I couldn't think of a costume to do. And if I tried to order one on Amazon, it wouldn't come on time. So I literally went to Goodwill the day before the competition and got the entire costume.
Wow.
And the hat was from Spirit Halloween, but still.
So basically, run this by me. So basically, you go to London, you get a haircut. Then your friends tell you that there's a Timothèe Chalamet lookalike contest. Then the day before, you go to Goodwill, get all of the clothes you need, and then that day you just win. That's literally...
like, basically.
Wow. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you, Miles, for coming here today and letting me interview you. And can you tell us, where can we find you?
Oh, thanks for asking. So find me on Instagram at miles.mitchell27, TikTok at miles.mitchell, and then most importantly, YouTube at miles.mitchell, because I'm going to be living in Japan next year. So I'm going to be posting like daily Japan vlogs or like day in the life vlogs in Japan and stuff like that. So I guess I could put more of my personality into a long-term video than like a short-term. So yeah, find me on YouTube at miles.mitchell. Thank you.
Thank you guys.